Hey guys, this is Michael with PreApprove.me. We want to take you through a quick tour of how you process a loan using PreApprove.me app or your corresponding branded app. And the whole concept behind this is create an experience for your customers, for your real estate agents that is easy, convenient, and stress-free, while eliminating a lot of the interruptive work that you guys are sort of tasked to deal with on a regular basis. So I'm going to go ahead and just walk you through each of the basic features, and we'll go from there. So essentially there are two primary platforms, maybe three, that you're going to be leveraging as a processor or support team member. The first is milestone updates. So if you don't have a system to automate this already, what we're going to allow you to do is actually update your customer using a customizable milestone list. All you need to do is just go to the milestone that lives inside the loan, complete the appropriate milestones. So for example, I completed these last three milestones here. Click Save Changes. It's going to ask me if I want to add a comment. I'm going to say, in this case, turn times are 3 weeks for appraisals. Oregon market is not very good. 3 weeks for appraisals. Go ahead and click Save. Now that is going to communicate to the customer in any of the methods that you have set up for the customer at this time. So it's going to send, in this case, you can see here if we go to my settings menu, it's going to, as you can see here on the mobile app, they just got a text letting them know that there was an update. They also now have an appraisal ordered status that is showing up here. You can go to your notifications menu and you can even control how customers get these updates. In this case, they're getting pushes, emails, and text messages. Same with the real estate agent. So that is that. Go to the email here. You can see that this customer has achieved a new milestone on their loan. It's telling them how far they are through the process and the milestones that were just completed. Here's actually the email that the customer gets. In this case, that was the realtor email. This is the one that the customer gets. Here's the custom message I wrote. So it's basically 2 clicks and you're done with regarding to updating milestones. So if you don't have a system to do that automatically, this is a very easy, convenient way to do it. You can add additional recipients if you want to add a listing agent, an escrow officer, an attorney, a significant other, somebody else to the loan. You can do it there. They're going to get any email communications that come out through the platform. Now that's all well and good. I think the real power of this, as far as processing management is concerned, is our conditions management portal. So as you can see here, we've got this area for conditions, and in the mobile app, there's a designated area where we're asking them for loan documentation. If I click on conditions, I can go ahead and I can build templates inside of my settings so that these conditions, you can have a default set of 50 different documents here if you want. The customer's not going to be asked for them until you click require. So I'm going to say I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. These are the 3 conditions. What you notice here is that it shows you a status, it shows you who the condition is assigned to, and you can even set a due date. So I'm going to click on due date. You can see that this is the customer that's attached to the loan. You can assign conditions to really anybody. So if you need to chase that loan officer for a document, you can change the status and make this a loan officer condition and turn the condition off for the borrower. That's just fine. If you need to chase the realtor, assign the real estate agent. Now what you'll notice, which is really cool, is that not only can I schedule a due date for my client over here, so in this case I'm going to set it for the 17th of March, but I also have a scheduled set of reminders that's built, and I set this up in my profile in one of my settings. So all of my customers, whenever I set a due date, they are scheduled to currently get an email 3 days before, a text message 1 day before, and another email the day that the document is actually due. I'm going to go ahead and say that this rule is great. If for some reason you need to change it, you can X these out. You can add new ones by clicking the plus icon, and you can add additional updates to go out. And I can apply this due date to any conditions. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this due date to all conditions. They will follow this rule, and they will get 1 email on this schedule so that this customer is getting reminded that they need to get that document to you. You can see here I've got these due dates assigned. I've got the conditions assigned to the customer. Now all I need to do is click Save Changes, and the update is now out. Okay, so this customer is going to get an email, and inside the mobile app, if I connect to the mobile app here again, the condition for your loan has been added. Here's the 3 conditions on the mobile app showing up. Here's the request for documentation from the customer. Now, uploading the documents, this is a big piece of what we do. So your clients can actually upload documents by clicking this link, which is going to take them directly to a very simple web portal where they can upload documents by grabbing them anywhere on their computer. Or if they want to, they can actually go to the conditions list on the mobile app, get dropped into the actual conditions list. You see I'm asking for pay stubs, income, and tax returns. You notice that I'm only displaying the name or the title of the condition, not the description. That's because typically realtors are fixed to seeing this view only. Customers are going to be able to go another level deep, so they can click on pay stubs and see now that I'm asking for most recent 30 days with, for the pay stubs. I'm going to go ahead and click Submit Documents. Now this client can decide how they want to submit them. They can submit them through their phone if they've got something stored already to Dropbox, Google Drive, or whatever. They can click on that link and it's going to pull up all the appropriate storage, devices that their phone's attached to. They can also take a picture of it. Now this is just sort of like software like CamScanner, Genius Scan, any of these great scanning softwares. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say this conditions test. So all we do is click Add Page. Take the picture. Click OK. And we're going to crop the image for your client. So it's going to just pull the image straight up. It's going to crop the edges. It's going to find exactly where it needs to be. So that way there's really not a lot of error or iffy issues with your client. They can adjust it in a little bit if they want to. They can move it around. That's fine. In this case, I'm just going to click Save. Click Create Document. And that's actually going to come over to you in a PDF format. So it's going to be clear. It's going to be PDF. It's going to be something you guys can actually use, which is obviously very valuable. So in this case, you can see now that this customer's document is under review. There's now 2 conditions that are left for them to validate for you. And in this case, anytime a customer submitted a document over to you, you're going to get an email. It'll come in the name of the customer, and it'll tell you, hey, a document's been uploaded for you. You can click here to look at the document directly, or you can actually go directly into the loan file that you're in. When we notice is under pay stubs, you've got a new file listed here, and the ability to accept or reject the file. So in this case, I can view it. I need to identify, is this a document I can actually use? If it is, great. Then I can actually use this image. If it's not, then click Reject. So in this case, I'm going to click Reject, and I'm going to just say missing January 15th pay stub. Please send ASAP. One of the things that's important to remember is that anytime a file is submitted to here, it will turn off this due date reminder until you've given feedback. Now, if I rejected this condition, it's going to continue to remind the client, but if I accepted it, it'll eliminate the automatic reminders. If they submit it and I haven't accepted or rejected it, it will turn off the reminders as well because there's something for you to do on your end. And so this is how the conditions management system works, and we're finding that this can really help to create a lot more urgency for your customers, the ability for them to get documents to you in multiple different ways and from whatever device is convenient for them. And then for you to sort of create this one interface where both you, the realtor, the loan officer, the customer all live to satisfy those conditions, okay? So instead of doing the traditional way, that you ask for loan updates by composing an email, copying and pasting a list, and then having the customer sort of have to remember to check that, or for you to remember to check in with them, this will let you do everything from one spot. Now, the other interesting thing is that any communication that comes through our platform is going to be tracked. So we've got what we call a communication log. So if I click on Other Actions and go to Communications, since starting this demo, these are the different forms of communication I've done. So if I click on the milestone that I sent out early on in this demo, what you'll notice is that I've got an exact replica of the email that the customer got. So in this case, you can see 2 emails went out, one to Tommy and one to Lisa. That's the real estate agent. Okay, and this is the exact email that Tommy saw. There's that note I made, and here's the red receipt for the actual email because they looked at it. Now you can see, did Lisa see it? Yes, she did. Okay, well, how about the condition email I literally just sent out? So this is the one where I made a comment regarding the missing pay stub. Well, as you can see that the email went out to him, but they haven't read it yet. So this is a great way for you to identify, do I need to send another update out to them? It's been 3 days. If you didn't set reminders, you can actually go directly into your conditions list and then click Send Borrower Summary, and that's going to send an update out to your clients. When you click this, it will actually allow you to create a note for that so that you can specify exactly what you're trying to get out of it. Alright, so this is how Pre-Approved Me will help you guys engage and drive that loan process to closing. Hopefully it will make your lives, loan officers' lives, and your customers' lives a lot easier. Keep in mind, guys, that this is just one small piece of the platform. Processing management, under contract. We have many other features that help you guys to understand exactly what your customers are doing, issue pre-approval letters, run calculations, to message directly with the client. You guys can actually leverage that yourselves as processors. You can send the message directly to the platform. And so this video is not specifically an in-depth look at everything, but it's designed to help you guys understand what you can do as a support team to help push that transaction and get it closed for everybody.